so much. I believe most of you were in the bathroom. That's where you were. Yeah. My name is Joe Kye. That's Joekye. I was born in Seoul, South Korea. Moved to the U.S. when moved to the U.S. when I was 6. Landed in Boston, which is a heck of a place to land if you're an immigrant. They're like really into colonists there. They're really into colonialism. Remember, like there was like a fair, colonial fair in 2nd grade. It's like here's this ESL student wearing like ruffles and breeches. Like that was a thing. No mention of biological warfare or genocide. This is a conference. We're chill here. When you're an immigrant, I moved to Seattle in 3rd grade. When you're an immigrant, it takes a lot of work, a lot of mistake making to try and ingratiate yourself into the community. I was backstage talking to Jason, who helped organize this along with Abby, Elise, and all these amazing people, Olivia. And I asked, so why are people here? Like, what is the thing that unites them? And he said, we're looking at creative solutions to social and environmental problems. So here's a social problem. I'm at this conference, and I know the face, and I should know the name, but I don't. But they're wearing a name tag. So what do I do? How do I? What's the best excuse? What's your method of attack here?
I remember you from, but.
Ooh, but. I like this, but I remember you. I remember you. Okay, cool. Oh, sorry, what was your name? Deidre. Please give a round of applause for Deidre. Okay. I'm just gonna squeeze in here, if that's okay. Nice, I know that there are all these, you're here because of a problem, right? You perceive a problem, whatever that problem may be. Hi. What's your name?
Hassan.
Hassan. So what problem, any problem, like what problem do you see? Could be, yeah.
I don't see any problem.
Whoa! People are like, okay. He's like, he's trying to be optimistic.
Yes.
Okay, trying to be optimist. Okay. Optimistic. People are like, what is he doing? I have no idea either. Yeah. Hi, what's your name? Shamaya. Any problems that you see that you're like working on or not working on?
Like in the world? Or?
Sure, yeah.
I volunteer for homeless people.
What are one of the problems that you see? Can we like zoom in a little bit further? Hunger. So thank you, Shamaya. What's your name?
Anne.
Anne, what do we do about hunger?
You can visit one of Metropolitan Family Services food pantries around East Portland.
Oh! I think that's the best thing about this room right now is like there are a bunch of problems that we know of, but there are all these different solvers here. So let's go with optimist. I'm just gonna like. Okay. Optimist. Okay, optimist. Okay, I think maybe we need some vocal warm-ups. Okay, here we go. Paw. This definitely helps. Paw. Ho. Bass. Okay, here we go. Optimist. 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 We're just whispering optimist. So it's optimist, optimist, optimistic, optimist, 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 optimist. Just this side of this. I know you really want to participate, but this is just for that. Yeah, optimistic, optimist. Keep that going. Optimistic, optimist. I can hope. This side. I can hope. It's okay, no one's judging here. I can hope. Optimist. I can hope. And then let's go here. You can hope. No more optimist. You can hope. Okay, here we go. Optimist. Optimist. No. You guys are just doing the you can hope. I can hope. Ready? Here we go. Let's just hear it. You can hope. I can hope. You can hope. Okay, here we go. Optimist. Optimist. Just me. Optimist. 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 You can hope. Optimist. 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 All right, I think that's pretty good. Good job. Thank you so much, everyone, for having me. I'll be back for another song later. And until then, optimism.
One more round of applause for Joe Kye, please. You didn't know he was going to come out and sit with you, did you? My name is Shannon Emerson, and I'm from Living Room Realty. And that's weird, right? That a real estate company is here? Doesn't make any sense. But we do real estate differently. It says on our website, even. We do it the same way that we help people buy and sell houses and invest and make sure that they find a place that works for them and it's right for their future financially. But what we do differently is we're a certified B corporation. So thank you. We became a B Corp in 2013. We were the first real estate brokerage to become a B Corp on the West Coast. And you know what that means if you weren't upstairs like talking with the B Corp folks. I guess I can't do that. When we make decisions, we can consider the impact of our decisions on the people who work for us, our community, our vendors. So every decision, we need to think about how that impacts everyone around us. And we donate 5%, as a company, we donate 5% of our profits to local nonprofits and charities. Our agents donate a percentage of every one of their commissions to a charity selected by their client. As a company, we've donated over, I think, about $150,000 in the 10 years we've been in business. So it's an important for us to have an impact socially. But the one thing that we do that I wanted to mention because of the panel that was up here is we tell stories. So we have a really robust blog on our website, and all of our agents, every time they buy or sell a house, they tell a story. And the point of that is for people to see themselves in these stories. If there's a single mother who thinks, I can't buy a house, but they're reading the stories of real people who have done that encourages them to take that step if that's what they want to do. So last fall, I was with the Elevating Impact team in our Northeast office. We were talking about patterns and social impact and how patterns are in our lives everywhere, as you've seen today, the way we think, the way we behave, our organizational systems. And then we were looking around at the art that we had just hung in our office for our most recent gallery showing, and we started talking about how patterns in art and performance and music And that's how we came to bring the combination of Joe Kye and the sculpture to this event. They brought us that idea, and we were really excited about it because for us, supporting the arts is essential. We know everyone has creativity in them, and we want to give everyone the opportunity to find that. What you just saw that Joe Kye was doing, where he was taking the pattern of the sculpture and the pattern of his music, and which can exist on their own and be powerful, and he was layering them together to create a new pattern, something that is maybe surprising or takes us out of the pattern that we have in our minds that's just comfortably sitting there, and it makes us think a little bit more, think a little bit differently, and hopefully create some spark in us. I want to talk a little bit more about Joe, just to give a little more background on him. After studying music and culture at Yale, Kye went on to open for quite an array of notable people: cellist Yo-Yo Ma, comedian Hari Kondabolu, rapper Warren G, Senator Bernie Sanders, and more. So it's not surprising that he was ready to perform when we asked him in this space. He's performed at Benaroya Hall and the White House, the National Portrait Gallery. He studied violin with some of the best in the world and has been featured on the BBC, PRI, and NPR. He's currently touring with his new album, Migrant. And I'm here today because of Living Room Realty, but really my purpose is to share this space with all of you and see what kind of spark we can generate. Thank you.